We start our work today inviting the beautiful energies of the Divine God, my beautiful, beautiful Divine Consciousness, Creator of all. I'm inviting all the beautiful energies of God to hold space for this webinar, for this session between Valeria and myself, so we can bring into this space, into this recording, the word that has been highlighted directly from the Spirit, the Great Spirit, the Spirit of the Spirits. I invite the Holy Spirit and the Divine Mother to keep us warm as we are presenting today's session. I invite Christ consciousness to shine into our lives the beautiful, powerful energies of God in our lives. The Buddha consciousness, the smiling child. Thank you for your beautiful, beautiful, loving, caring energy. To all the angels and archangels of love, the helping, compassionate, caring, and loving, beautiful angels, we are inviting you to hold space for us and keep this recording protected at all times. To our beautiful ancestors, our grandmothers and our grandfathers, we send a beam of love and light from our hearts straight into you as a bridge of communication, so we can learn how to live on this planet. To the spirits of the land, to the beautiful spirits of Australia, the beautiful Aboriginal spirits, to the beautiful North American spirits of US, we are grateful for your land. We are so grateful for allowing us to live on your land. Thank you so, so much. You're so beautiful. We are so grateful. To all the masters, the healers, the gurus, the shamans who have shined the messages of the divine, we are grateful for your wisdom. We are so, so grateful for everything you have done for us. Thank you. Please share your blessings with us always. I open space from the south and I invite the beautiful spirit of the serpent to give us wisdom as we are understanding and we're receiving awareness. From the west, I invite the beautiful, my beautiful Panther, so we can let go what needs to go. From the north, we bring the hummingbird, the beautiful, magical hummingbird, and the ancestral wisdom of our land and our ancestors. And from the north, I invite the spirit of the beautiful eagle to give us direction and vision. As above, so below. So bring also the beautiful, magical unicorns. My beautiful unicorns. You're so beautiful. Walk with us in this journey. To all the beautiful plants and trees, Tamamuri no Yarao, Chirisanango, Popisana, Chulachaki, Siwawako, Rosemary. I'm so grateful. Mapacho, Ayahuasca, Wachuma. I'm so, so grateful for all of you. Thank you, beautiful spirits of the jungle. Thank you, beautiful spirits, trees, powerful, magical. We love you. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for us. We are so grateful. To all the star nations, to all the beings that exist out there, we are grateful for our connection And we hope in the future that we are going to be able to connect it in a better way, so we can honor and respect ourselves, this planet, and the whole cosmos. May the beautiful light from the mind of God shine in every man's and every woman's mind, so they can see through the divine truth and the holiness, the innocence that we all are. We love you so much. I really, really love you so much. Aho. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Woohoo!
Wow. Yeah, it got
Wow.
me almost. Wow. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It
Wow.
is
Yeah.
so powerful to be able to do a prayer and
Mm,
start your day, start everything you do with a
mm,
prayer, um,
yeah. I
because
love
this
that.
is our true ceremony. The prayer is our true ceremony.
Mm,
It is a ceremony. It is the ceremony of the ceremonies. There's nothing more powerful than a prayer. And, you know, we're taking active ingredients and we're taking other stuff. And we're having an experience. We're seeing things. We're opening up the pineal gland. We're opening up our perception. But the prayer, the most basic thing, is the most powerful thing.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It feels almost like a meditation too. It's interesting how it evokes this an activation of a sort, and it's almost like a journey in itself. It's interesting. It was like a mini journey just now, a shamanic journey. When when you said the word, you invited the hummingbird. That's something in me became very almost like became alive and emotional, and
Do
it
you know
was
why?
different.
Do you know
I don't know
why?
why. I don't know why.
You have a connection with a hummingbird.
Ah,
So you have to look it up into spirit animals and connect to the hummingbird's energy. I mean,
yeah,
you are
interesting.
in US and I'm in Australia, and I can feel that little bird
Yeah,
going around.
I saw one today. It's funny reading your bio. Yeah, as I mentioned.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
who you are as well. You have this energy. You can go from one place to another place. I can feel you from here. It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that's what
Mm,
shamanic work is all about. Learning how to connect to nature,
mm.
and you are connected. We are all connected. But are you crying? Oh,
Yeah, and you know what it is, look, it's almost like something it means being seen. Oh, you're seeing that. How can you see that? It's
I
being
can see.
it's hidden
Yeah.
here. How do you see? So it's beautiful. It's almost like a yeah, the tears almost like a thank you. No, thank you for seeing me.
Thank
That
you so
hot
much for
and
showing me who you are, because
yeah, it's
this is you. It's not
yeah.
just you, the physical body. It's you also, your powerful
I,
animal spirits and plant spirits. And I can say
mm,
it because
mm,
God, or if I call it nature, has given me the opportunity to be able to see animal spirits in other people. Not always, but
yeah.
today is the day.
Yes, thank you. Gosh, what's not to love about this? To meet humans who are in touch with the wholeness of life. Not just parts, but they are just you are able to people like you. It's beautiful, those humans. You are able to live in all worlds at the same time, and you just gracefully navigate them, bringing the wisdom from the unseen to the seen, and seeing what most people cannot see and revealing to us, which you just did, something that is here that's not seen by everyone, or maybe not understood. I think there's something about when people don't understand something, it feels like they interpret differently. They use different language. And usually they say, oh, I love your presence. I love how joyful you are. There's something about you, but they don't know really what it is. But I feel like people like you who have done a lot of the work, the inner work, you're able to see clearly what that is. And I talked to you off record about my connection of something here about nature. I see them as my spirit guides. They are the path, basically the path of love. So it's really all about love, and they're always giving. Nature is just beautiful representations. It symbolizes love to me, and
And
freedom,
we
of
have
course,
not
as well, but
and
love.
we have not been able to actually really connect with nature these days.
Yeah.
We don't really connect. Even when we
Right.
go to the park, we don't actually connect to the tree spirits. We just
Yeah.
go there, we just do a little walk. Ah,
Right.
there's a beautiful tree, and we're
Mm,
walking around, and that's
yeah.
it. We
Yeah.
don't sit with the tree.
Mm,
There,
right.
it's consciousness. There is so much energy into those trees, into those plants. They are alive. When I
Mm,
say they're alive as you and me.
right.
Because they don't talk, they don't move the way we move, we don't
Mm,
perceive them.
mm,
But of course, the eye can only see, what, 5% of the truth,
mm,
0.5% of the truth, which
right.
means there is a 95.5%, whatever it is, that we cannot see.
Right.
And nature is available
Yeah.
is available. Like maybe your parents won't be available for you, maybe your children won't be available for you,
Mm,
but nature is always available.
yes.
It's always there to love you. It's
Yeah.
always there to give you a hug.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
we have learned to get gratification from different things, from different people. We have to go and buy a car. I feel happy now. Or, I might change my looks a little bit and just enhance some parts of me, or do whatever else to try and make us feel love. But
right.
nature is giving you love and needs nothing from you, just your
Right.
presence,
Right.
just your presence. And
Right.
this presence is the foundation of our connection with nature. And
Mm,
nature, oh my God, it's so
yeah.
beautiful, it's so
Yeah.
magical, it's got so much power to give you. It
Mm,
is really present with you. Nothing and nobody will ever be more present in a physical form than
yeah.
nature. Full
Yes.
stop.
I love that. I love to hear that because there are a lot of people who don't feel loved by other humans, or at least they don't feel unconditionally loved by them. And I usually talk about divine love. That I'm a lot more interested these days, especially in divine love than human love, and not because there are some humans that can love, that can really love. I'm sure there are, but it's not easy, let's say, and it's not as organic, as natural as you just kind of mentioned about, described that love from nature. It's just so natural. It's gosh, yeah, it's I wish for more humans to be able to see that, be able to, and they do. A lot of people connect to nature in a very powerful way. They usually talk that way too. But most people are still looking for the love of other human beings, relationships. That's and not just with the humans, but with things, like you said, cars, houses, and you name it.
Well, the thing is that when we don't feel the love of someone else, that means that we don't have the love from within. You see,
Mm,
whatever happens between
mm, mm,
a man and a woman,
mm.
or a man and a man, a woman and a woman, between us, it's always a reflection of your internal compass. So if I
Right.
don't feel the love from
Mm,
you, that means
mm,
I don't have the love inside me for myself.
yeah.
And what you do, you're just reflecting, you're
Mm,
holding the mirror,
mm,
smoking
mm,
mirrors, you're
mm.
holding the mirror right in front of me. And what I don't see that you're giving me is what I don't have inside me.
Right. Wow.
And this is the shadow work that some of the shamans are doing, some of us are doing, because I work with clients, and I'm getting a lot of that, right? They don't feel happy, they don't feel love, they don't feel joy in their lives, and they're trying to find it from other people. And I'm like, well, you're not joyful within you. You don't have anything inside you to make you happy. You don't look yourself in the mirror and give some kisses to yourself every morning to say, hey, we are alive. We exist. We exist. Like, how many beings are not alive anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like on a physical form, on this planet. How many they have come? How many they will come? Lots. And we are right now present and having a life. We have a breath. We can look the sun. Like, there's so many things to be grateful about. And we just failing. We're going miserable because we haven't learned the most fundamental thing of how to love ourselves. We don't know how to love ourselves. We have no idea about love. No idea. And, like, we can go into different relationships between men and women, a mother and a child. You can see between teammates, between people who work together or they perform a sport together. And there is companionship, there is connection. But to have love, oh my God, you melt. Love can melt you, seriously. And it's a state. For me, love is a state. So therefore, to be in this state, you have to really, really sort, pardon my language, your shit out. Because if you don't sort those things out, if you don't dissolve what is holding you back, which is all about shadow work, it's all about your inner world, then how can you actually go into this world and love anybody or anything? That's why when I asked from God, February 2015, that all I want to do in my life is to give and learn how to receive love. And what he did, he, she, it, doesn't really matter. Through all these people in my life, I had amazing synchronicities. I had beautiful Brazilian people coming to my life, guiding me. I had other Italian people coming to my life, guiding me. I started going into spiritual dances. I started meeting people that they were coming, they were giving me messages, and within a few days they were dead, they were gone. Wow. I had visions. I was seeing eagles as I was sitting down, and I'm like, and I will tell you what happened. And I was seeing eagles, and the brain starts experiencing this amazing, profound life only because you have set up an intention and you have asked from your heart. And that's how we manifest. But of course, for men it's a lot more hard, or for women it's a lot easier, because women, you have more power when it comes to manifestation, because you need more power to be able to hold the baby inside you, to protect it. So you've been blessed with much more manifestation abilities. But everybody can manifest if they are in an alignment, if they ask from their hearts, fully and truly from their hearts, and see it happening right now. Boom. And there's no negotiations. Because we have this word, maybe I will do this. There's no maybe. Maybe doesn't exist. It's not even I don't know why they put this word maybe. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Right. Yeah. Gosh, I love that. I mean, what can I say about this? The manifestation of love, right? So that's the embodiment of what that is. And it feels sometimes that it's too profound, too big, to be too unlimited, to be expressed by our limited minds and bodies. Uh, and the heart might be this, this place that is very, or this symbolizes something that's much more expanded, and then it can hold that kind of love and express that. And I have felt that from some spiritual teachers that they actually they were able to do that, express. And I think that had to do, it's less about transcending the human, but almost like becoming so empty of what we call, being a human, with the psyche and all these noise and all the memories and the traumas. It really goes back to what you refer as some people refer as the ego death, and being empty enough of self, of this idea of what we are. Isn't it what it is? But how empty
The
can we
ego
become,
death,
really?
yeah, the ego death is a prerequisite
Yeah.
because we all have our programs. We've been programmed by
Right.
our environment, by our
Right.
parents and our schools.
Oh, yeah.
And we're growing up with this conditioning. So the parents have been conditioned themselves from their own parents
Right.
and so forth.
Right.
So we are not us. We don't know who we are. We have
Mm,
no idea who we are.
mm,
All we
mm.
know is that we have taken specific principles from our environment and
Yeah.
we carry them on into our lives.
Yeah.
That doesn't say much about love. It says about principles and laws and how to behave and how to interact with each other. And
Right.
along those ways, we have seen moments of love.
Right.
And we
Right.
have seen moments where the mom or the dad has given us love. But we have seen also moments where mom and dad has not given us love.
Yeah.
And we've seen moments where we've been traumatized and we've been hurt from
Oh,
mom
yeah.
or dad or both. Or
Right.
if we had mom and dad,
Mm, right.
right?
Yeah.
So the psychic, the human psychic as it's growing up is so tormented and so traumatized
Yeah.
from those interactions.
Mm,
All humanity is born here in suffering. Suffering is, in my mind, part of the human conditioning. You are
right.
meant to suffer when you come here so you can learn how to let go of the suffering. So therefore you can create your future because you have a choice. No
Right.
matter what the suffering, the opposite light exists in you. The
Mm,
opposite. So the more the suffering, the better. So if you have
right.
suffered a lot, then you are very, very powerful woman.
Mm, wow. Sad to hear,
Unfortunately.
but true. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is how it works in the 3D reality. And
Yeah.
my dream is I don't want that. I don't want humanity to suffer.
Mm,
We have suffered a lot and we keep suffering a
yeah.
lot. And I
Yeah.
know people saying that's your agreement. You sign up this before you come
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. In my heart, I believe and I feel and I want and I'm asking from God to shine this light so we will be able to actually enhance our DNA pretty much to rise our frequency and our energy. So therefore, automatically the new babies, the new children who are going to
Mm,
come and manifest on this planet have already been enlightened. We don't
right.
need only one Buddha here. We need
Right.
everyone to be a Buddha. We need
Yeah.
everyone to be a Christ
Mm,
because we can. And I
right.
know, and I have felt it, and I have received messages, and I have seen what these beautiful beings, even on a spirit form, can
Yeah.
actually do. And I know that
Right.
amongst us, there's many Christ, and there's many Buddhas.
Mm.
Now, the truth is, the society doesn't allow you to become that fully and truly. That's why I'm praying and I'm asking for this planet to become the heaven, because it is, for me, it is heaven. It doesn't show. It doesn't, you can't tell with all these atrocities that they're happening around us.
Mm. Yeah.
But this is where we have to actually rise our frequency. This is how we have to rise our own energy to be able to channel with a prayer and start bringing into this planet the truth. Yes, here we're suffering, but we don't have to. I really believe, and from Christ, they're saying, the energies are saying that here is for suffering. You suffer and you learn, and as you and pretty much you bring your light here into this darkness, and as you bring your light here, your light will shine. So you're using your light as a method to learn how to accept others and forgive others. You have to accept and forgive others and yourself. As you accept and forgive others and yourself, in religion, in Christianity, they say forgiveness. In shamanism, we have acceptance. And there is a huge debate about acceptance and forgiveness.
Yeah.
I believe they're both very powerful. One holds a little bit of control, like, you've done something to me, I forgive you. You know,
Right.
I forgive you. You're forgiven by me. Well, we're in shamanism, we don't have that stuff. We say, I accept you. I accept you for everything you have done wrong. Nevertheless, forgiveness is vital as well for this planet. So I believe both of them, the spirits are saying both of them are important for different reasons. We have to accept everybody, so we'll be able to have the compassion within us to create the self-love. If I cannot accept you and I cannot forgive you, then I will never be able to ever love anything, really, especially myself. So all comes from the self. So our purpose is to come here to bring our light, and then we're getting challenged with different temptations and different ways according to our programming. And as we're experiencing that, then we realize that the same program that is ruining our lives is the same key to unlock the door into a better life. And I will give you an example.
Wow. Yeah.
I have many examples. My mother, she gave me a lot of pain growing up. When I say a lot of pain, she was extremely violent. The more violent she was, the more love she was giving me. So she gave me both a lot of pain and a lot of love. So as I was growing up, I became someone who was trying to help her because she needed my support, she needed my help. She didn't have the coping mechanisms. Her behavior was extremely aggressive. That's all she knew from her environment as she was growing up. And that's what she was actually presenting to her environment, to her children. And I was the first one. So I took the role of the savior, of my mother's savior. Now that holds an attachment in it. So there I am, strong, powerful man, trying to help other women now and other men. But unfortunately, inside me, I've got the suffering of the pain, of the abuse, and the attachment of the toxic feminine. But also, I have seen the beautiful, powerful, majestic feminine. So I've got both worlds in me. So my suffering, my trauma, my pain has become the key to unlock my own future, which is serving love. I can see the toxicity, I can see the pain, I become a take my panther, I take my powerful panther, and I jump in and I tear this toxicity apart, because nobody deserves that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have done in your life. You have to heal.
Yes.
And at the same time, we find the love, we bring the love in it, and we start healing the person. Because without love, you got nothing. And love is a state. And love is the only thing that can really save you. Yes, peace, you must have peace inside you, otherwise you cannot find love. Yes, you must have freedom. Peace for me is the foundation. And underneath that, the most powerful thing that you need is innocence.
Yeah.
I was faced with a Luciferian person. I went to find my plant medicine. I couldn't find it where I was, and I was connected with someone, and someone sent me to another person, and he's like, "Yep, we got the vine," and I'm like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
And I went there, and in the morning, I had my beautiful unicorn deck, because I love unicorns, and I opened a card and it says Innocence. And I'm like, that's a beautiful card. Innocence, okay. Connect my heart, be innocent. How beautiful. And I left and I went to meet this person. When I went, tall man, good looking man, quite wealthy, he says to me, "I've got the bath ready for you." I'm like, right. And I'm going to give you some hand gestures. I'm like, okay, which you're going to have to do them as you're having a bath. Like, sure. And I have put some essence inside and some other things, some minerals, and you're going to say the words and you're going to call him. I'm like, call who? You call the devil. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, brother, whatever you want, whatever you want, it will be yours. You are a high priest. I understand who you are. I've been receiving the messages from the big boy to go and embrace him. And when you embrace him, everything you want is yours. And I'm like, wow, that's exciting. No thanks.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
And then he started this monologue of the benefits, how powerful, and the benefits, how powerful, and what you can get, and what you're gonna receive in life, and who you're gonna become, and tararara, and all the story. And he was going on and on. And I have my pipe, and I had my pipe, and I was blowing my pacho, my sacred tobacco, into his face, pretty much, because I was trying to stop him. And I'm polite at the same time. I don't want to. And I'm there for another reason anyway. And he keeps going on and on and on and on about this beautiful energy that he was calling it, whatever he was calling it.
Yeah.
And he started to get me. I could feel that his words were penetrating my auric field. I could feel that. And I'm like, uh-oh. And at some point, I'm like, God, give me something. And then, boof, the word innocence came to me. And I'm like, okay. And I turned around to him. And as he was talking and talking and talking and saying all these things, I said to him the following. All I want to do is give love from the place of innocence. And that's it. And I swear to God, the man collapsed on the ground. He lost his senses. He went down on the ground. He fell behind and dropped down on his bottom. And I'm like, are you all right?
Yes.
He's like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, oh, would you like a chair? It's like, I don't, it's fine, I think. And he couldn't talk anymore. Yeah. The word innocence that was given to me by this beautiful energy came to save me and saved the day, because the moment I said it, poof, like the words, because words are spells, really, if you know how to use them.
Right.
This spell that was around me, it was so powerful. It was so powerful. But this one word, innocence, and the truth is that you cannot have love if you don't have innocence within you. It is the foundation of love, innocence. And there is nothing more powerful than being innocent. Nothing can get you. I'm not talking about ignorant or naive. I'm talking about
Right.
innocent. If you're innocent, all the pain will come and it will just go. All the suffering will come and it will just go. And I believe for those who are actually doing shamanic work, their hearts must be innocent. Because I had many people coming to me and they're saying, oh, I want to learn about ayahuasca. I want to learn about plant spirits and all that. And if I don't feel the heart, if I don't feel the love, I tell them. I had a lady who came to me and she's like, I want to learn, I want to learn. You're the man for me. I know. I want to learn. And I'm like, yes, but I want to be in your heart. I'm not going to satisfy your ego. I'm not here to play games with someone's ego. I'm here to, yes, I can help you with your ego. But if you don't go into your heart, you're a woman. We need women in their hearts. If you cannot go into your heart, how on earth I will be able to actually teach you anything? And what are you going to do after that? You're going to do your ceremonies and you're going to play that you are the powerful ayahuasqueros or shaman or whatever. And that's not true, because we're having a lot of disconnected people being healers. They haven't healed themselves. They are not in their hearts. And they are doing healings to others. And I'm like, okay, it's beautiful what you're doing, because we need healers. At the end of the day, we need healers. But go a little bit deeper into yourself. Just go a little bit deeper. And I'm not perfect myself. I'm far from perfect. I'm learning every day. I'm coming to US very soon to do a course. So, I always learn. I always try to improve myself. And we need more of that to be able to connect into our hearts.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, I love. I love everything about you and your expression. How truthful you are and very straightforward. I love everything about it, and I love the emphasis, the message of innocence, and that's one of the things that, when I think about the body, it feels very innocent. It just wants what it wants. I know that there's a lot of training that has to be done when you talk about perfection. There's no perfection here, but there's training, and I love the idea that we can train the body and the mind to kind of channel and kind of be more aligned with divine nature, which basically, from my perspective, Loukas, really means doing things, whatever we want to do here in this reality, that can benefit everything and everyone. Like whatever I do, it benefits the body, the mind, and then my family, and then my community, and then humanity, and then the earth. Everything's included in everyone. It's not just one part. And that goes back to this idea. Like today, I was reflecting on love, and this we started talking about love and what love is and how can. You've been talking throughout the conversation, but what came to me is that we can't really. It's so true. We cannot love unless we see everything as wholeness. It's almost
Because
that idea of
we are love.
oneness.
You
Yeah,
are love.
right,
You are
right.
love. There's nothing else that you are. You cannot be
Right.
nothing other than love.
Mm,
Anything else is part of your ego. You are love.
mm,
Simple as
mm.
that. And because you are love, what's
Ah,
stopping you from expressing
mm.
love is only the programs. So addressing the
Yes,
programs is why we are on planet Earth, really, shining love,
right,
because
right.
that's who we are. Whoever
Mm,
created us, whatever that essence is, because now there's different narratives coming into picture
yeah,
about
yeah.
aliens and about this, that we're made in a
Yeah.
lab, and whoever did that, someone created them anyway. So it doesn't matter where we came from. And humans, we have this, we think we are so amazing, you know, we have this, we are created by God, straight down, and, you know, the garden, and maybe that's the truth. Maybe it's not, right? I don't feel that way myself. I've seen other things. Nevertheless, love is what we are, because this is a state, this is where we're supposed to be. And that's the only place that we can be if we want to rise the frequency of this planet, if we want to actually rise the frequency of ourselves, and to save the world and bring the new babies, which I have a beautiful connection, and I feel the spirits, and I know that we can do better. So when they come here, they have more capacity to bring into the world more beautiful things, and not having to deal with our programming, which comes from our own limitations.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And I've seen how the whole thing works, and it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I do. I try to pray every day for love.
Yeah,
you know, give me love, give love to the world. You know, it's like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
And the word is very powerful, Valeria.
Yeah.
Word is so powerful that right now, what we do in this podcast, we are creating a new reality. It is not just a discussion between two people. It is a new reality, because we started with a prayer, and we are channeling that energy of the prayer, and we are asking and requesting to bring this love to the world. We don't just say, maybe if I do this. No, we have put our frequency, our energy, our vibration. My body's vibrating. I'm getting goosebumps left, right, and center.
Yeah,
I'm getting
I
so
might
many.
cry. I feel like crying throughout the conversation. Yeah, it's interesting.
I know you cry. You're crying because you feel what's going on. And women, because you are so emotional, and you have that, and you just going into your beautiful energy, which is so beautiful to see. And me going into my Panther energy and just going, let's do this. Let's create this love in this world. And we can. And we can do that. And we can create the love. The way we do it is by learning how to love ourselves first. But how do you learn to love yourself if you have all these mixed emotions and these mixed feelings and this mixed upbringing? So what I have come up with is pretty much what self-love is. Because for me, self-love is a compassionate state of being present in the place of acceptance and appreciation with another person's vulnerability. Love is not going out and doing my hair and just doing my nails and let's sunbake. That's self-care. You care about yourself. You have to. Self-love is how I love you, because if I cannot be present with you, if I cannot appreciate you and accept you, if I cannot be in that state of compassionate and empathetic, because I have to have empathy in me, right? And be compassionate with you, who you are, how you cry, how you are, the softness, because you are like a hummingbird in my eyes right now, and how you actually, you are, you just choo, and I can see the flowers around you, just choo, right? This is what self-love is. To be able to be with you, present with you, in that state where you are vulnerable, and allow that vulnerability to come out, because now you express expressing what your heart wants to express.
Yes.
And this is what shamans normally try to do. And of course, they try to travel to different realms and get different messages and bring to this world necessary healing. But the foundation is here, right? We start from here, and then we go up there. What we do here, then we can go there, because we are here as on a physical
Right.
body,
Right.
not as a spirit. Spirit is everywhere, can go anywhere it wants.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And that's why we have the capacity to travel, because we have the capacity to actually be everywhere.
Mm.
There's no distance between me and you.
Mm.
You are in US, I am in Australia. It's like you and me are face to face, so close to
Right.
each other,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
there is no time, doesn't
Yeah.
exist. So it doesn't
Mm.
matter if it's 7:30 a.m. here or it is whatever, like
Three
6:30
twenty-two.
p.m.
Yeah.
in US. There's no time. There's no time. There's no distance, and that's what love is. Love has no time,
Mm.
has no distance. It is what
Yeah.
it is, and that's what
Right.
God is, and that's what your true essence is.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Timeless. Yeah. Infinite. Gosh, we're almost at the end of this conversation, and I cannot believe that I did a lot of preparation, but I didn't use any of it. And I didn't even introduce you, which is really interesting and unique, which means you let the prayer introduce you and your presence uh, and all the messages, the downloads, and the channeling. So it's gosh, what can I say? That's, to me, that's what is to be, is the evolution of to be being a human, being natural. Just there's no agendas really. You're not really. You're just here. That's one of the things that I intellectually kind of connect to innocence. It doesn't want anything. It's not interested in things in the first place. It's just here, like you said. It's just here, and whatever it is, that's that kind of is the
there are
picture of innocence.
two children playing,
Yeah,
pretty
like
much.
yeah, right.
Two children playing.
Yeah,
And if you can
that's the
find this
best.
child energy inside you, then you can learn
Yeah,
how to be. And of course, for me
yeah,
to be able to help people, I have gone into the plant medicine. I have gone into ayahuasca and have learned from the shamans down in the Shipibos and
right.
others in other places. And I bring the medicine to the world and I help them get there. Is this the only way? No,
Mm,
it is a way. Some people
yeah,
need to go deeper with plant medicine. Others
right,
don't need that. It's not for
right.
everyone. It's for some. And and that's what I do, and that's how I help humanity. That's what I travel the world and do.
Yeah.
Um, because I believe, and that's what I have seen.
Mm,
Buddha told me, gave me a sign, gave me a symbol,
mm,
45. This is the
yeah.
symbol that it was when I went into the jungle and I
Mm,
learned. So everything that I do comes from signs and symbols. I don't I don't do something because I feel like it. Oh, today I feel like doing this. No.
yes.
In my
Yeah.
life, I will only follow the path because for me, that's the path of the divine goddess and the light warrior. I can do anything I want to do from my own ego. But if I want to
Mm,
go into my heart and start creating from my heart, then I have to listen to what the universe is telling me.
mm,
This
yeah.
cosmic awareness, this is what common sense is. When you connect to this common sense, cosmic awareness, when you
Yeah.
open up yourself to the opportunity to connect with all these beautiful energies, then these energies will guide you.
Mm,
No doubt.
yes.
No doubt whatsoever. It has happened to my life so many times.
You
From the
can
spirit of my
imagine.
mother who died and she came back to me and she entered my body and she gave me visions, to people coming to my life and said to me, "Oh, are you a shaman?" I'm like, "What's that?" "Oh, you're not a shaman." I don't know. What is that? You know?
Yeah.
And you start getting all these kinds of energies and we don't have to do anything.
Right.
Because if we are just in our hearts and
Mm.
ask for guidance with a prayer, it will
Mm.
come to us. It will come to you. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you for saying that too, Lucas. Yeah, to being guided, right? No forciveness, no that idea of power manipulation and trying so hard to make things happen. It just causes more suffering. We know that. That's a lot. It's
Yes.
unnecessary suffering.
And the future
So,
of humanity, just to finish with that, because
oh
our
yeah,
title was ayahuasca and
I know. Yeah, I
artificial
was about to go back.
artificial intelligence. We didn't
Yeah.
say anything about that.
All right. All right.
The only thing I want to say
Tangent.
is that in my visions, what I have seen, and that's why ayahuasca has chosen me to be able to serve, because I don't have a lineage from South America. I'm Greek, I come from a different part of the world.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why I received the guidance from the spirits to actually go to the jungle, because I didn't go because I had an experience. I wanted to have an
Right.
experience. I went there because I had signs. And the
Yeah.
spirits, when I had my ego death and I died in the jungle, they
Mm.
gave me a voice and they gave me the frequency to be able to serve the medicine, because the world will need it.
Yeah.
For me, ayahuasca
Mm.
is the only physical thing that can withhold the rise of the AI, the artificial intelligence.
Wow.
The only thing that it has the power to hold humanity into themselves and not lose our humanity is
Mm.
ayahuasca. Everything else doesn't have the same energy, frequency, or capacity. Artificial intelligence will come, will take over the world. It is done. It is for the
Wow.
next 2000 years. They will take over. No doubt about it. It's the time that these
Mm.
machines, this cold energy will take the world, and unfortunately, humans have to do something about it. I won't say everything which I have seen, because my word is very powerful. Nevertheless, what I would like to say is, first of all, about the heart and the love, but to
Mm.
help you there, learn how to connect with nature. If ayahuasca is not
Mhm.
for you, that's fine.
Mm.
But for me, it has shown me exactly that she is the only energy, frequency, organic, who can come to your body and give you, balance you, and hold you sane in these insane times.
Mm. Gosh, beautiful message and needed. Yeah. Thank you for bringing the ayahuasca versus AI into the conversation, because you're
Well, yeah.
right. Yeah. We're so, yeah. And thank you for being open, being spontaneous. I mean, it's beautiful to see just you being you, the you that's not really what we think and not even the ideas you had of yourself before, just being that beautiful guided being, and that's what we need more, and that AI cannot do. We know machines cannot do that. Cannot be
Well,
guided.
don't say that, because don't say that
They can.
because they will be able to do many things.
Ah,
They will be
wow.
able to do many things. So yeah, I won't say everything, but they will be able to
Yeah.
do many, many, many things, and that's
Mm,
why, to stay sane in insane times, because um, you're gonna be challenged to be able to distinguish the difference between organic life, organic, and artificial one
yeah.
day. So therefore, you
Yeah.
have to keep yourself, your senses connected to the divine. And it will be the only time in humanity's history where God is going to lose its place in the
Wow.
future. It's going to lose. So we need to keep God alive. We need to keep
Mm,
that frequency and the connection with the
mm,
spirits alive.
mm.
We need to do that. And being bombarded with all these things that are happening in the Western world, the
Yeah.
only way, for me, it might be other ways, other people have received other messages, for sure. But for
Mm,
me,
mm,
that will keep that connection between the earth, the human being, and the spirit realms in an alignment.
mm.
I haven't seen there is anything else. Hopefully other people have other teachings from the spirit realms, and that can actually help humanity also.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for creating that awareness, because I was not even aware of that. If that I never thought about it, that could be possible. But that's another episode in a way. We'll continue that conversation. For now, I want to mention your website. So everylife.com.au will be clickable on the podcast notes. I want to mention also your services, shamanic initiation, mental and emotional recalibration session, shamanic online session, a mental and emotional recalibration, a plant medicine retreat, a spiritual development class. Did I miss anything, Loukas, on your services? Oh, you're writing a
Um,
book.
I'm
Yeah,
writing a
that
book,
too. Yeah.
Practicing Human. It's called Practicing Human,
Yeah.
where I'm going to write stories, true stories, which is almost ready. True stories,
Yeah.
and hopefully you're going to help me bring into the world.
Mm,
True stories about miracles. We need hope in this world, and we need to know that we can, in a good way, manipulate reality, and we can create miracles. It doesn't matter how much in pain you are. It doesn't matter how much suffering you've got in your life. It doesn't matter. All it matters is your heart, your prayer, and your intention. And that
mm,
can shift everything and anything. And in that book, I'm writing miracles, real miracles that they have happened because of that intention. And if I can do it, everybody can. Every
mm,
human being can create miracles on this planet. And I believe it. I love
yeah.
humans, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love that too. You see, miracles, they represent the magic, right? That's when we can clearly see that the divine, it's present, it's right here, and it's
Correct.
if we are listening, then yeah, magic, miracles can happen. That's for sure. Thank you so much again for your beautiful presence, for our time together, for this sacred space, and gosh, for everything that you have said. What can I say? That's what's needed back here, yeah, as in the on earth. And that's earth is a beautiful place. We've got to, I mean, I don't know, because I'm very, in a way, always listening. I'm not really somebody who would force anything to happen, but I would be sad to see, this place to be more destroyed than what it is, more
You
damaged
know,
than what it is.
hummingbirds, that's what they do. They're just going around. They're just not
I don't
influencing
really
anything. It's just going around. They're just doing the thing. La 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 la
know.
la la. You see?
Yeah.
Do you see
Right,
how
just said that, right?
your
Yeah.
personality is also
Huh.
in an alignment with your
Mm.
animal spirit, with your power animal, your animal totem? Let's say that.
Right.
Not yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that. I had no idea. So now I found out something
Nobody
that I
told you
didn't.
before, huh?
No, intuitively, the signs like today, it has been happening with the birds coming to me, but I didn't. No, I never related one thing
Mm,
with another. Interesting. Thank you so much again for the revelations too, and you're beautiful
thank you.
again. I It has been felt, everything, your presence, the way it emanates love, and the sense of knowledge. It's knowing something. You know something you knew has the knowledge, the imprint of the divine
I'm trying to
intelligence.
make this knowledge wisdom, to be honest. I'm on my way. I'm trying hard.
Oh my God!
Hopefully
You
one
see,
day.
and being humble too is part of that, isn't it? Being humble is part of wisdom. If you're wise, you're humble. So thank you so
Mm,
much again, and we'll talk soon. We'll be in touch again, Loukas. Bye for now. Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.